I've dropped so many classes all willy-nilly that when I actually needed to drop the classes, I couldn't because I've already dropped too many classes. Hey y'all, happy new year and welcome back to my channel. So if this is the first time that you're joining me, my name is Jade Reagan. I'm currently getting my bachelor's in psychology here at the unsinkable Albany State University. I really wanted to start this year off strong by making a docuseries documenting my college experience so far, because I feel like it's been a bumpy one, from me losing financial aid, getting it back, love interests, boyfriends, ecosystems, friends, horrible roommates. Like, it's been a lot of do's and don'ts that I didn't know, and today I'm going to tell you 4 ways that I changed my entire college experience and went from losing my financial aid to becoming a scholar that I can say that I'm proud of and a student that I feel like truly is unsinkable. So the 2 requirements for you to keep your financial aid is GPA and PACE. That's what I was told. You have to keep your PACE at 67%, which means that you are passing 67% of the classes that you say you're going to have when you sign up for your classes, and your GPA is going to be above a 2.0 average, which is a C average, I think. I pretty much had my GPA, but my PACE, it ended up suffering. First misstep that I did in my education when I came to Albany State was I had a perfect GPA plan. My perfect GPA plan was I was going to overindulge in my classes by getting the maximum amount of classes that I can get. If you were only needing 3 credits to stay on campus, I was going to get 5, because the idea was that 2 of them classes or 1 of those classes I'm not going to like. So if I expand the amount of classes that I get, that I can choose which one I'm going to fail and take it out a little bit easier. That was in my head, and I don't know if that makes sense, but to me at the time, you couldn't tell me anything. It made sense. I got to see the professors, hear the professors' first lectures. Like, I got to see what I was walking into, and if I felt like I wasn't into it, I could drop more without actually hurting myself as much in my head. You have a withdrawal before penalty deadline, and the withdrawal before penalty deadline, pretty much what it is saying that if you drop it, you don't get a penalty, but it was saying you don't get a penalty on your GPA and your transcript. It doesn't show as a negative, like an F or anything, but on your financial aid report, when you're trying to get financial aid, it's going to show as if you didn't take all the classes that you were supposed to and affect your percentage. So therefore, I did not know that, and it caused me to be screwed in the end. And honestly, I should have known that, and I take responsibility 110%. Okay, one thing I'm not going to do is ask for any type of like pity or make excuses. I definitely don't like that. So what I know is that I definitely could have done my research myself, and I'm saying that no one gave me guidance, but although I do think that my university could have assisted me a little bit better as a freshman, everything was a lot. Like, I didn't know what I was even looking for. I didn't know what questions to ask, so I feel like I didn't have any, but I did have a lot of questions, and I should have asked a lot of questions. Should have had went to, here or got a mentor. I should have done something on my part to where I enabled myself with that information, but I didn't, and that was my problem, and that's what caused me my hiccup. And eventually my percentages got low because I've dropped so many classes all willy-nilly that when I actually needed to drop the classes, because I was having such a hard time keeping up with school and financial difficulties, I couldn't, because I've already dropped too many classes. So that caused me to have to go through with, all the courses, and ended up failing more courses eventually because of the fact that, I probably should have dropped them, but I couldn't. So I ended up getting my financial aid back, and I came back strong in my fall semester of 2022. Going into 2023. So now I want to break down exactly what I did to get myself out of such detrimental circumstances. Okay, so the first step that I made was joining extracurricular activities. I decided to join my psychology club again last semester. Wanted to be more active as a member. Every event I was there, and I was actively bringing my friends and participating in the events. When I also joined the sociology club. So with that being said, I had 2 organizations under my belt and an internship at that point that were pro ASU. So I recommend that you intern in whatever job that you think you want to do, or whatever job whatever job interests you, I recommend that you go ahead and get an internship in it, because it might do what it did for me and change my career path. It might show you what you really want to do and give you a setup for what you can do and a plan for what you can do, you know, or decide that you don't like it at all and you can change it from there. When they tell you to join student organizations and join the things at your school, they're not kidding. It keeps you out of trouble and it keeps you out of a depressive mindset when you have something to do. Like, I don't have time to, you know, be sad in my room, it felt like, because I had to get up and do this work for Psychology Club because people are depending on me. And it might be like little, but it felt big to me to be a part of my club. Well, I am the videographer for the club now, which is just the upgrade in my position. Like, now I'm not just an active member, like I have responsibilities, and it gives me something that I say like, yeah, I'm proud of. So that's a big step. Give yourself something to be proud of. Okay, so the next thing I had to do was get into therapy. So I had to fix myself to excel in my other aspects of life, because I'm not going to be a good student if I'm not a good person. If I don't feel good, if I don't feel great going into the classroom already, I'm not going to want to be there, and I'm not going to get the most out of my education. Fixing myself, that included me going back to therapy and giving myself room to talk to somebody that wasn't someone that was like my friends or, you know, my family. Giving myself an outlet that was personally just for me. I definitely, you know, don't think that therapy is for everybody, but I think that everybody should give it a try, because you deserve to give yourself whatever fundamental tools there are for you to grow. And you can't feed everybody else if you didn't eat yet. Next thing that I did was keeping to myself, like my mama told me. My mother told me to stay to myself when I got here, and birds of a feather definitely flock together. I'm not going to sit there and say that you are to be alone or you're to be like, you know, in your room every day, because that's what I felt like she was trying to tell me when she told me to stick to myself. However, I later realized that it really is about you finding like-minded people. And that's what the organizations and internship and student organization thing, that also incorporates that, because you're around like-minded people. And although every like club has people that obviously give it a bad name maybe, or they're not people that's your people, you will find your people in that club. Like, I want to shout out my president of Psychology Club, Armani. She is so talented, like, and to see her and see what she does, and she's in so many different organizations, y'all. She's doing so much on campus, and she's a great scholar, and I looked up to her, and one day I pulled her aside, and I'm not embarrassed. I sat there, I told her, like, I admire you, like, how do you do this? Like, how do you do this? And she's just like, girl, stressed. I be stressed. But that was something I appreciated, because some people just be like, oh yeah, girl, I know I'm all that, and I'm the best, but for her to really sit there with me and tell me the truth, bad bitches have bad days too, okay? And quote Megan Thee Stallion, every day is not gonna be a good day, and someday I feel like a lot of people expect to be perfect, and I didn't expect that anymore from listening to the people who I'm around. Like, they have bad days, they have mess ups, they have, you know, boops, but they still are human. Quality is more important than quantity, and that ended up with me being alone. And a lot of times when you put yourself first, you're going to be by yourself, and that's the truth. I got tired of being around fake people. Like, that is crazy, that fact that I've learned that people can do the things that they do, but I'm not the hero in everybody's story either. But I knew that I had to filter my life a little bit more. Like your YouTube filters and your video filters, I had to filter some people. I had to filter certain things that I was letting into my energy, because it was affecting me. Taking time for myself was a big one. I had to make sure that I was providing myself with the space to miss my friends. I had a group of friends that I was with every single day, but I had to give myself time to miss them. And that's the truth. Sometimes you need to study yourself, because what you're doing is really diverting your energy and diverting your topic. Girl, you need to be working on yourself. You're sad and depressed when you get home by yourself. That doesn't give you a reason to stay out all night, all different types of the hours, and look for attention that's not anywhere but inside yourself. Last step that I did to improve myself and improve my academic situation was find out what the hell I'm even doing here, because at the end of the day, I am not the type of person that thinks college is for everybody. By all means, college is not for everybody, and if you can realize that faster than a lot of other people, you'll lose a lot less. If college wasn't for me, I would have been pissed that I figured that out right now, honestly, but I knew it was when I came here. And although, like I said, that changed, I still knew I wanted to be here, and that's why I worked so hard to get here. But when I lost sight of that, it made me have extreme difficulties in staying. So before I decided to drop out, I decided to make a new 4-year plan. My 4-year plan is almost up, and I didn't really go strictly by the 4 years, because I'm going to be in school for a little bit longer than that 4. However, I did have a plan, and I stuck to it. So now it's time to make a new plan that's going to it's going to cater to what I want now and make me happy in the next 4 years, or change whatever wasn't happy. I have to really look into myself and improve. So I had to make a plan. So I made a new plan. I took the student advisor classes, or the student success classes, student career classes. Like I said, got into therapy and everything, but I had to get into why I was here, and I found my purpose. Yeah, right now I'm truly happy. I'm on cloud 9 because I know what I want to do, and I know my calling, and I'm proud to say that I'm moving towards something that I'm actually excited to do. But before, it seemed like I was doing it because I knew that was what was supposed to be done. Like, you get your bachelor's, you get your master's, and you get your doctorates. I found out what a doctorate was and realized that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I didn't know what my plan was. I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't, because I'm really excited to do something that it is challenging, but it's not challenging to me, I don't feel like, because I'm so excited and I see what I want to do and I have a goal. I know with a goal that I truly believe in, I can do it. When I was working all those jobs, I didn't know how to manage my time because I didn't want to manage my time, because I don't want to do none of this. None of this is important enough for me to manage nothing. But you know who is more important? What is more important? Me. Okay? And how I feel. And I felt like that was no longer what I wanted to do. I'm not going to let life trample over me. Okay? I'm going to do what I have to do to make myself happy. So that concludes my first video for this docu-series. This is really for my personal documentation, but I decided that I wanted to try to put it up here to help other people. But college is not no joke, okay? It is not a bitch. But anyways, yeah, y'all. So I appreciate y'all for sticking in with this video if you did watch it, and I hope that it did help you. Y'all have a good month, because this is probably going to be uploaded towards the end of the month. And y'all want to see the nails? Girl who did them is only 14 years old. I'm going to link her Instagram down below because she is so fire. Yes, y'all. So thank you. This concludes the video, and I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all next time. Okay? Bye.